During his trip to Chicago, Francisco Calderon, Vice President of Colombia, paid a visit to City Hall and Mayor Daley.
Well, I just want to thank Vice President Calderon for being here from Colombia, and we've had a strong relationship with your country. I believe in the free trade agreement that I hope the United States signs with our strongest ally in South America. It is a country that unfortunately has many issues because of world problem for drugs. It's not your problem, it's America's problem, the rest of the world, and we should not blame you for what we have done that to your country. So I'm a very strong ally. I met your president at the White House under President Bush, and I hope that America, all Democrats and Republicans, come together on behalf of a country that has supported us in South America, has done a tremendous job in adverse conditions, and is rebuilding their country into a real democracy in the sense that less and less violence every day you see in Colombia.
Thank you. Thank you
very,
very
very
much.
proud.
Chicago was one of a number of cities Vice President Calderon visited. His trip here was to help strengthen Colombia's trade and business relationships with the Midwest region.
Colombia's trade with the U.S. is 85% with the East Coast, and we're missing three quarters of the country. So we were looking at the possibilities of trade and real deals with many enterprises here in the Midwest, and especially in Chicago. So we looked at what's going to happen with O'Hare Airport, see how we can start importing flowers to the U.S. via Chicago, and I think that's something that we're going to support, and see how this can also become an area in which we can have transit of flowers to Asia and to Europe during peak seasons. With some of the companies that already have businesses in Colombia, and how they can expand it, and with companies that were just looking into Colombia, entice them to do those investments and to increase trade between the two areas, between the Midwest and Colombia.
He also had an opportunity to see some of the city's sights.
The last time I was only for a few hours. This time I was able to walk around, and let me tell you, I am just very, very greatly surprised. The skyline is amazing. Millennium Park is fantastic. This is a fantastic city that is a hidden jewel. It's you know, in our countries, in many of our regions, they just speak of New York, Miami, Boston. But let me tell you, Chicago is one of the greatest cities in the world, and you gotta come here and look at it and really find out how modern, how beautiful the architecture, everything that it has to offer. I'm greatly and positively surprised by what I was able to see this time around.